welcome to Cara Brandon Creations. Today launches the first day of the ABC April challenge. I've always wanted to do an ABC challenge. I'm so excited. So let me give you a sneak peek of what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some of my ephemera that I've been collecting, my antique ephemera, and then we're going to create a project with it. So excited. That's also been something on my list that I've wanted to do. Okay, so you've probably heard, if you are subscribed to Seven Plaza and Crafty by Tony, that the ABC Challenge is running all of April, every day except for Sundays, and then that fits the alphabet perfectly. There's a list of different creators, and I think the list is growing the more the word's been getting out about this challenge. So the best way to find people is through that hashtag. I will be creating a playlist with videos from that hashtag as well. So it's very exciting. So if you want to join in, you can post on your YouTube channel, on Instagram, and I also have a Facebook group. We have a month-long challenge going as well that is basically this challenge, and we're just able to share the pictures and share what we're doing within the group. And I'll have the link to my Facebook group down below. And you want to make sure you grab the ideas. Now, you don't have to use any of these ideas, but what both Tony and Margaret have said is that you post something that starts with A on the A day. That's the only rule. So it could be anything that isn't, listed on the prompts. These are just to kind of get your brain going, right? Okay, so you can grab these either Seven Plaza's Ko-fi page or Tony's Ko-fi page. All right, so I decided to go with A for antique. And like I was saying a minute ago, big reason is I have been collecting ephemera for a long time. And my goal has been to scan it and make digitals, or if I was brave enough to use my authentic pieces of ephemera. And every time I go to use the pieces, I get nervous. And then my daughter, well, even my husband, he's like, why aren't you preserving that? You should preserve it. It's history. Don't use it. So they're like the little voices in my head. But thankfully, I know how to make digitals. So that is what I've done. I've made a one-sheet digital for today's project. Isn't that cute? I don't know if I've scanned her or not. My daughter and I started scanning things a while back, and then I rearranged my craft room. I love this too. And my organization for what has been scanned and hasn't has kind of gone awry. Okay, so I think some of this is religious back here. Yeah, birds. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of show you some of my different pieces. And then I started pulling out all sorts of things. So maybe on another day, we'll go through like all different kinds. So for today, I kind of wanted to narrow it down and talk about calling cards. When my daughter and I were scanning, we came across a lot of these calling cards that I've collected. And then I was Googling about the history of the calling card, and it just is so neat. It's so neat. So it's kind of like what our business cards came from, right? Was the calling card. So it would be a way for people of the social class to let other people know that they stopped by, or they're wishing them well, or they would like to get in contact. It was kind of like the Instagram of the day of the Victorian era and before, a little bit before. So it started with these very simple types of cards with just the name, and then they had a special tray. And the the person, not the butler, that's not who opens the door. But anyway, the person who would open the door would then take the card and then place it into a silver tray. And kind of like social media and likes, the more cards you had at the end of the day, the more popular you knew you were. So I think that's kind of funny. So they started as these very simple types of cards. And then as time went on and the printing became easier and more available and the technology grew, so did the types of calling cards. And they added beautiful colors. And here they would have space to write their name, or they would have their names printed. And then they just became these beautiful pieces of art that they would then leave at their people's houses. And so let's say that they couldn't make it to a gathering, but they wanted to know that the person was in their thoughts. They would have someone drop the card off for them. All right, and the other thing that I find so fascinating is, I need to refer to my sheet, that just by the way corners or pieces were folded on a calling card, it would tell the person receiving it what was meant. So if the right-hand corner of a calling card was bent, that meant they just wanted to have a simple visit. If the left-hand upper corner was bent over, then that meant a felicitation. And the left-hand lower corner was a condolence, saying, with sympathy. And then if they were saying, hey, I'm going to be leaving town for a while, then they would take the right-hand corner and the right lower corner and bend those over. So that was basically, hey, if you want to spend time, you better hurry up because I'm leaving town. All right, am I missing anything? No, I think those were the main ones I wanted to say. And then as time went on and everyone kind of got the inside scoop of the folds, then it became passé and people stopped folding their cards. I thought that was fun too. I have the website links in my description for where I found that information. There's quite a bit more information. I just thought I would kind of touch on some things. Aren't these oval ones really pretty? And then there's ones that are shaped like fans and different types of things. Sometimes they would just, instead of like a calling card, they would just send these and say, hey, our friendship. And then there's similar cards that teachers used in school, and those were merit cards. I'll have to show you those on a different day. I do have some of those. Why are these so pretty? And this one has like a layer on top. So pretty. And then we love this with the book. Isn't that cool? There's this one. Just gorgeous. And then in this pack, and here I have some other different cards that are not calling cards. These are French trade cards. So French trade cards we can discuss another day as well. Let me know if you're interested in finding out more information about different types of antique ephemera, because I would be all about that. I would just be giddy. Okay, so like I said, I get nervous with using the original, so I scanned the pieces. What do I have for 12 of them, and I've scanned them in and I've printed them, and those will be in my copy as a freebie. And then I just wanted to show you that you can also make them smaller by printing multiple pages on one page. So I said print 2 pages on one. I mean, you could go even smaller and do 3 or 4, so then that kind of shrinks them down if you wanted a smaller piece of ephemera. Like these would be cute to tuck in little tuck spots, and then I think these would be great for clusters. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cut some of these out, and then we're going to make clusters. And we're going to pull out some lace and different papers and all that good stuff to make some clusters. Okay, I have cut mine out and I wanted to show you. Here's the original and this is the one I've scanned. I have shrunk it down, I think, mainly because I was thinking these would be cute as clusters. So, yeah. And one thing I forgot to mention, you might be wondering, well, where do you get your vintage, antique, authentic ephemera or pieces? I will put these in the description too. They're Facebook group antique auctions. I do those a lot. They're kind of addicting, but I've accumulated a lot of really cool things from those. Plus, my daughter and I love to go antiquing and we'll find things there. I've bought things on Etsy, so I will list some different ideas in the description as well. Facebook Marketplace, depending on where you're located. If you live in the United States, I know Allentown, back Midwest, back east, they have a ephemera antique show at least once a year. I would love to go someday, but if you're near there, check that out. Okay, so what are we going to make? Let's make some clusters. So I think I'm actually going to take these aside. I just wanted to show you. I think I'm going to make a couple using the authentic cards. Don't tell my daughter. And then a couple with the printable. Okay, I pulled out some stamp sets because I thought if I could figure out one that would fit, it might be fun to stamp a name. I don't know if there's going to be any that will fit though. And these are mostly dates, not names. There's this one that has Henry, but I'm going to guess that this is a woman's calling card. Ooh, there's Sylvia. Let's do that one. Yeah, and I might even cut it in half. Alright, so let's use Sylvia. Is Sylvia a name from the Victorian era? I don't even know. Do you think they would have first and last? Probably. Sylvia White. But I think Sylvia would look nice. So I'm going to cut my stamp in half. Like that. And then you can still store it. It'll be okay. Alright. It's hard to see which way it's going. So let me cut. There's this paper with my little information on it. So we can see which direction Sylvia is going. Yeah, that's going to look cute. Okay, so here's my authentic one. I can't mess up. No pressure. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, I moved. That's not bad. A little blurry, a little slippery. Yeah, this one's a little small. You could just take a little pen and write something in there too. That would be cute. Okay. Should I do Sylvia on this one? Here we go. All right, now let those dry because they're a little slippery. And the other thing, or things I've pulled out to go with our pieces, we need some ink, so we're going to ink our edges for sure. And I have some lace. Some of this is like actual authentic vintage lace. Some is not real vintage. But let's pull out a couple of these pieces. It's my favorite little bag of goodies right here. I pulled out some brighter colored laces and trims because the Victorians seem to really like color. My cup of tea. So I thought this would be kind of fun to kind of layer up with it. I have little bits of scraps. So I have some ledger and pieces of book page, just a couple of scraps of coffee dyed paper, this one that we did earlier in the 100-day project. Side note, it is day 38 of the 100-day project. I'm still continuing. It's going to be a twofer. It's going to be ABC and 100-day project. Make sure that dries. Okay, so those are kind of the things I have for our little clusters. This one I didn't fussy cut very well. This one has a lot of bits, little jaggedy bits, so I'm just going to kind of go around those. All right, so which do you prefer to use? Let me know in the comments. Do you prefer authentic, antique, or retro types of ephemera in your journals, or are you kind of like me and keep the original and use the digital? There's times, like, I mean, I have authentic ledger pages and different things, but there's certain things I can't bring myself. Maybe if my collection was a little bit bigger, then I wouldn't feel so bad. I don't know, but I definitely cherish and hoard them. All right, let's get a couple inked. And let me know, are you new to junk journaling? Because this ABC challenge, Margaret was saying, was to help the newer folks to junk journaling, as well as, you know, the returning, the lovers of the junk journaling. I think this is my favorite one with the palette. Go figure. I don't think that's shocking, but that's my favorite. I was struggling to cut out. I can't cut an oval or a circle. Okay, we're good. And now, oh, I missed this one. All right, now let's see. What do we want to start with? Let's start with this one. I was just going to take some bits and kind of do my thing that I like to do with the clusters. Just kind of layer some pieces. I mean, this could just be a page decoration, or it could be, you know, a little tuck spot for a little something behind it. All right, and then let's see, what lace do we want? I think a little bit of this pink behind would be really striking with those pink flowers. Oh. All right, let me get my glue. I probably need a little something on top. Stick it, stick it, stick it. I think I want to go this way. All right, pulled out a couple buttons. Not that they had plastic buttons in the Victorian era, but they do look cute. All right, I think I'm going to do that. Does it need something? Wish I had something nice and tiny. Let me go look. This isn't what they would have done, but I have little words in somewhere. Where did it go? I saw a door, and I think that would be cute. Is that too big? Ooh, we could cut off the edges. It just fits right there. Cute. The ink. All right, let's make another one. Okay, I think it's time to, yep, nice and dry. Let's use our real one. I think this is fun. And then there's this or this. I like this to go with that flower. Oh, it's thinner. Let's see. I want it on the card. Behind the card. Kind of like behind. What do you think? String that someone was gathering to make like a little ruffle. I want to see if I can kind of undo that so that this isn't ruffled. There we go. Don't want to rip the pretty fabric though. Okay, there we go. So now we could put this behind. Maybe we attach this and this like that. Yeah, that's pretty. Be a cute hidden paper clip too. All right. Actually put glue in here. That's fun. All right, and then let's add, just for a little stability behind it, a little bit of this coffee dyed butcher paper. Let's glue that on. We could, since I'm talking about paper clips, it could be a paper clip. Grab one. We could put this here. It wouldn't necessarily be hidden. I guess we could put something on the other side. Here, we'll put this one on the other side. That was not at all what I was planning on doing, but here we are. Okay, do we want it to be hidden? Hide it. I'm gonna need some book page. We'll put this here. We'll glue that, and then we'll hide our paper clip under here. And then we can glue this on this side. I just put my paper clip over the piece I folded, and then we're going to take this piece, and this is what we're going to kind of glue. Usually you would want to cover all of it, but because our piece is going to cover it, I'm not too worried. Okay, so let's add a little glue. And this, doing it this way, allows you to hide your paper clip, and you can slide your book page or whatever on this part, since you're gluing this paper down, if you weren't to have this paper, you would glue your paper clip together and it wouldn't work. All right, then I'm going to glue this to my first side that we made. And then let's go ahead and make our second side. I think having that pink kind of stick out is fun. And then what if we take some more of this darker copy paper and layer that behind. That looks good. There we go. Lace on this one. That looks cute right there. And then we'll glue this onto here. Okay, let me get a book page and show you, or a piece of paper would work. So let's say this is a page in your journal. It's kind of buried in there. All of our layers. This still needs to dry. So you would just take it and slide it on, and there is your hidden paper clip. That's cute. Made out of an antique piece of ephemera. So fun. Alright, shall we do a little one? To this one. Do some little mini clusters. I think these would look cute with this little fabric, ribbon, lace. I don't know what it is. It was in my stash. I don't know where it came from. See if I can fray the edges. Okay. Edges, I mean, are a little bit frayed. That's going to take me forever. I'm just going to glue that on the middle of the piece of ribbon lace, whatever it's called. Just like that. And then what do we think? Button. In my little bucket of metal goodies, I found this little J, which I think is perfect. It could be maybe, who knows if it's the girl's name or a boy, and it could be a little pendant that he gave her, and we're just going to attach it with this little piece of embroidery thread. Well, not attach it. I'm like putting the embroidery. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Like that. I'm going to glue this onto this one. Cute. Cute. This piece, which is pretty, shows a little bit wider piece. Here, we could layer maybe a couple pieces. Sure. Alright, let me glue this one on the bottom. And I'll glue this one towards the top. No. I'll trim. You know what? I think I'm going to reverse it. I think I'm going to have this on the bottom and this going to the top. There. And somewhere, where did it go? I pulled this little heart. And what if this dangled got a little dangly. Put it on a paper clip. That would be cute. These are the little Tim Holtz paper clips. Oh my gosh, I love these guys. Oh my goodness. That's cute. And then should I add some of this? Or is it going to get too smushy? I think we can do it. Okay, I'm just going to trim off. Oops. These. Oops. Want it a little longer. Oh well. And this one. Come on. There we go. Cute. That is cute. Okay, so you have a bunch of these to play with if you print them 2 to 1. So we made a hidden paper clip, not on the plan, but I like how it turned out. And look how cute these little clusters are. Antique. We took our antique calling cards, visitation cards, made them for today's day and age, digital, and then made cute little clusters. I'm so excited. Yay for day A and day 38 of the 100-day project. This was a lot of fun. All right, I hope you enjoy. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. And if you are new here, I would love for you, if you want to get notified, to hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe. A like's always welcome. And as always, have a wonderfully crafty day, and I'll see you tomorrow for letter B. Bye-bye.